This KISD Coaches Show is supported by Coach Henderson Sports Photography, Modern Appliance, Killeen Veterinary Clinic, Denali Roofing, CChelle's Visuals, and Cloud Real Estate. Welcome in the Toby Foreman Show, and of course last week, tough ball game against San Angelo Central. Seems like they never would give up. They just kept coming at you no matter what you threw at them. But I know you didn't play the best this game because you told me so. You told me after the game that wasn't the best game that your team could play.
No, we didn't. But I will say this: we won the game, and a sophomore quarterback leading the offense down the field with only one senior on it, and not a lot of experience on a game-winning drive under 4 minutes going the game. That was a pretty big accomplishment, I thought. And, I'm extremely proud that overall, defensively, special teams, offense, we do have a lot of room to improve. But I'm proud of every young man that suited it up the other day because we needed it. It took all 37.
Yeah, and about 15 of them touched the ball, didn't they?
Yeah, there was a lot of people that did touch the ball. And, especially big kudos to our offensive line because they found out who was starting about 3 hours before the game started. It was that thin, and it just not the normal opening day. Let me just say that not the normal opening game, but the kids overcame the adversity and they did a great job of holding on and come back for that win.
And of course, you get banged up a little bit, get healthy, all that kind of stuff coming up. But how did you come out of that game? Pretty healthy?
Well, we did actually. A couple of injuries, but that's going to be to expected. It's just. The young men that we had that we held out, that was the right move to make,
yes.
And we're extremely pleased with where they're progressing and for the future, this season when they'll come back.
You think you're going to keep them out this week again, or are you going to throw them out there a little bit and let them get some reps?
There'll be a couple guys held out this week, but for the most part, about half of them will be back. So it'll be good to get at least one game under their belt because keep in mind these kids hadn't scrimmaged either.
Oh yeah.
So they hadn't had a contest. Most of them inter squad or the midway scrimmage or game one, so at least they'll get one game under their belt before we go, and open up district play.
Yeah, and it's first season, as we call it, moving on to the second, then the third, the playoffs, of course. Talk about Chaparral. You got a chance to look at them. Beautiful facilities out there. You get to go play on some brand new turf, which is always a lot of fun. Talk about what Allen has out there.
Yeah, Coach Harry, he's done a great job everywhere he's been at Lago Vista and Salado, and he runs an offense that's very difficult to stop unless you're disciplined and you read your keys, because you're not going to find the ball. The quarterback's a magician, and who knows who has the ball. So you just got to read your keys and be very disciplined on defense. Offensively, they do run multiple things in the secondary and their front. So it's literally night and day from the team we played last week as far as the schemes go. So that's a challenge. And but our kids have had a good week of prep, and we're up for the challenge.
Well, I'll tell you what, your daughter was beautiful the other night, and she blew Facebook up. Almost 1,000 views of your post-game show, and I attribute about 200 of those to you, the other 800 to your daughter.
Well, I'll say 1,000 to her and none to me. She is beautiful, and I love her to death, but I didn't expect her to be involved in the post-game show, but she said she wanted her daddy, so daddy ain't gonna tell her no.
She did a good job. She didn't talk bad about you, at least.
No, she didn't. She didn't say much at all.
Give her a couple years.
Exactly.
Well, of course, playing at the new facilities against Chaparral, and that kind of you get to see what your coaches are doing. Your coaches really coaching these kids up good. I walk around the field house and get that opportunity to see your coaches interact with the players, and when it comes to different things like study halls and tutorials and just man-on-man talking and asking for advice. I see fatherly stuff going on up here. All that stuff's pretty cool, dude.
Well, definitely, and that's why you get into this profession is for that, the mentorship and helping young people grow into better young men and adults. But you say tutorials. Today is our second day of our study hall, and managing 200 plus kids in a study hall, that's not easy. But we commit to it every Wednesday, and then if needed, we'll go Tuesday and Wednesday. But the kids have bought in; they understand. We win in the classroom before we win on the field. And that's what the expectation is around here.
That was my next question. As the kids bought in, I mean, you had a bunch of young kids come back in to take place of those veterans. But boy, I didn't see you miss that much.
No, and like I said, we got a lot of kids. We played 5 teams last week and went 3-2 and against a really good program. But the kids have bought in. The upperclassmen are bringing the young ones along and kind of showing the way. This is how we do things around here. And we have over 100 freshmen, and freshman group's really good. And I'm extremely excited about where we are, especially with our young kids, because we're playing a lot of young kids on varsity. I mean, you look at that roster. We played about 7 or 8 sophomores the other day, and a lot of juniors. We got 21 seniors, but the other day I think only 15 of them played, so that's not very many, and so, but we're excited about where this program is and the direction it's headed in.
Well, we will see you out at Chaparral. It was a great post-game interview with you. I got my equipment working good, so I think that was good stuff, man.
And no doubt. And I will say this to the fans that are headed this way. You may want to bring your range slicker, but either way, we're going to tee it up at 7 o'clock over there at Ciro Stadium. And as always, go Gray Wolves.